If you're listening to this, then that means that you can't read, and you need to skip this one immediately. If you're listening through, then good on ya. Try to enjoy it.
Ooh. Gotta wipe my nose before we start the actual intro, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Aaron B.
Ready.
How you
What's up?
doing, dog?
I'm doing all right, man. Doing all right. I've got my coffee here. I already banged one out, if you know what I mean.
Oh, nice. Same.
I also masturbated, so
Oh, nice. You had a bang, though, this morning?
yeah, always, dude.
Oh,
It's
nice.
like, my body is in just pain unless I have a bunch of caffeine right as
Drinking
I wake
a 24-ounce G Fuel right now.
up. Dude, that's bad. I
Nah,
stopped drinking
dude, that's
G
good.
Fuel because
Man, what are we doing? What are we doing? Hold on.
Like,
So I'm playing intro music, but I got a new intro for you guys.
Here we
Just
go.
give me a second. Here we go. I'm gonna leave this chill lo-fi going real low. You can get a little bass and drums. I'm gonna play along. All right. I got this new instrument, and you guys are in for a
Musician.
treat.
He's extremely talented. You
I
guys
gotta-
are lucky.
I gotta make sure my nose is clear of all boogie woogies. All right. Here we go. I wish you could see this.
Uh, yeah. This is not gay. Peen cat.
Dude, it is so hard to blow your nose that quickly and get it to actually make a noise.
I don't
That-
understand the complexities of the nose flute. It's
Dude,
beyond
it's
my
fucking-
comprehension.
So it's basically a whistle
Yeah, I get
that
that.
so there's a little cup that goes over your nose
Yeah.
and you blow through your nose and the whistle part shoots air down past a lip hole that's open and it shoots it into your mouth, kind of like how you do that thing back in the day where you put your hands together and you do that like
Yeah, with a blade of grass or something.
yeah,
between
it's
your-
kind of like that.
sometimes. Yeah.
So like the reed is basically the lip hole that's open, and then it goes
I
into
see.
your mouth. And how big you open your mouth and close your mouth is the different tones you get from it.
Yeah. All right. Fancy shit. He's really excited to share with you guys.
It's so dumb, dude.
Special creature. He's like, well, I'm getting a nose flute. Fuck it.
Dude, I don't know
Next
why.
day shipping.
I
Next day
feel like
shipping.
I want to buy dumb shit on Amazon all the time and just let everybody know how good the product actually is. Because this thing is actually
Yeah.
super dope.
It's fun. Yeah. How much was it?
$3.
$3. That's a load of fun for $3 right
Dude,
there.
you can
Everybody
get
it for your
them.
family.
You can get handcrafted like wooden ones.
Whoa! On Etsy
That's-
or some shit for like
Probably.
$1,000.
I feel like I
Yeah.
saw one on Amazon, but I don't remember.
Oh yeah. So this podcast was brought to you by the Nose Flute. You can pick yours up today at Amazon.com. Search Nose
/
Flute.
Amazon.
Well, don't you have like an affiliate with them? We should probably plug that too in case people actually want a nose flute.
Yeah.
Affiliate link down in description.
I'm gonna rake in
Right.
the cash for the 3 friends of mine who are actually gonna, you know what? They're gonna listen to the podcast and they're gonna be like, you know what? I'll support this guy. And they
Yeah,
buy
the
a
next
$3 nose flute. I get literally 0.3 cents out of that.
That's a gumball if you get more. So you better.
Bitch,
get
what are
more.
you, 80?
What do you mean 80? 80-year-olds don't get gumballs, man.
Not
Yeah,
anymore.
my grandma hit 85, and
No way, really?
yeah, she's having difficulties, man. I've just seen the degradation of her health over the past year. She's been here for a year now, and
Oh, I forgot she was living with you guys.
yeah, man, she came and moved in from Virginia, and she was just really grateful. I don't know. She didn't expect the kind of help that I was willing to offer her. I carried her to the bathroom and helped her with her diaper and did all this other stuff. Like she's having panic attacks and stuff.
Fuck,
Yeah, so I just help her calm down, take her mind off of it, breathing exercises. But I mean, I could say that I'm doing it out of love, but I'm 100% selfish. I do it because she's grateful and it makes me feel good. I do it because it makes me feel good.
I mean,
selfish me.
no one does
selfish.
anything that doesn't make them feel good, you know.
I don't know about that. Well, I guess
I mean, yeah.
feeling
In
good
certain
is a matter of
instances, you'll
perspective.
do
Honestly.
something that you don't want to do because it's good for you to do. You know?
Yeah, like that hockey game that I went to the other day. It was a lot of fun. I had a load of fun. It's just I really didn't want to go. I just knew it was the right thing to do. I had a blast though.
Speaking of hockey, I overheard one of my coworkers who's from Chicago. We had like a bonding moment like a year ago because I was wearing a Chicago Blackhawks hat. And I mean, hockey's the only sport that I care about. Like I like hockey. Every other sport,
same.
I don't like. I don't enjoy it.
Contact on
It's
ice,
boring.
man.
Yeah,
Can't
dude,
beat
it's just too badass. Well, she was like, "Oh, you like the Blackhawks?" I was like, "I'm not gonna try and like be that person that's like, oh hell yeah," and then you ask me a question about it and I can't fucking tell you. I was like,
Yeah.
I've played hockey once in my life. I played roller hockey when I was growing up because I grew up in Louisiana, and I overheard her the other day talking about how she went to a hockey game here in Texas. And she's like, it's just really strange seeing people get out of their cars and walking towards the ice skating rink in Texas. And I was like, I mean, that's not that weird. And then I listened to the rest of the conversation. She said, yeah, all of them were putting on jackets to go inside.
I mean, it was cold.
Usually-
When I went, it was already cold, man.
Yeah,
It was
like in
30
Chicago,
degrees
though?
outside.
In Chicago, though,
really
everybody
fucking
there is like taking off their jackets to go into the ice skate rink, like to watch a hockey game or some shit.
It's not below 0 out or
Yeah.
inside. Yeah, they bundled up and now they're getting comfortable taking off everything.
Yeah.
It's very high energy, man. I love hockey games. I'm definitely gonna go to more of the Allen Americans. 3A.
The Allen Americans are pretty good.
They are, dude. They beat Canada's bitch ass. What was the name? I don't even remember the name of the team they were
You're
playing.
talking shit about Canada, dude. That's the
I'm
only
talking
place I've
shit.
played actual ice hockey. And I
I'm
like
talking shit
Canada.
about the team. All right. Okay, I'm nothing against Canada or Canadians. All right.
Is that an A for effort?
No, that's an A for EH. A.
That's an
I'm
A
making fun
for
of Canadians.
Canadian.
Yeah, it's an no, I hold no malice in my heart for anyone, and when I do, I feel bad about it. But the person
Wait.
deserves
You just
worse.
made me almost die for a second. You hold no malice in your heart for anybody, but when you
Yeah.
do,
But when I do, yeah.
like, I don't really hate anybody, but
They
that
deserve it.
one guy.
No, there's just sometimes, dude. You know, I can't. So I'm a very angry person. I used to be extremely angry, and a switch flipped inside me that just emotions, like my blood boils and I just get hot and I just hate for just this brief period of time. And I realize how dumb it is, and I feel like embarrassed for having felt like that.
Yeah.
That's just me, though. That's just me.
Well,
Life
speaking of
is
just
a
you,
learning experience. Yeah.
we
Let's
have
speak about me some more. Yes.
had a pretty productive morning, right? I mean, I was late to the podcast.
Yeah, he
but
was.
We're finally getting it started almost 3 hours late.
Yeah.
To be
Yeah,
fair, I
we-
was only an hour late, but we've been fucking getting
Well,
shit
fuck
done.
around, procrastinate the shit out of producing this thing. It's just the two of us. We both work full time plus overtime, so this is just a passion of ours that we want to do, and we're glad if you're actually listening and seeing this through. Thank you.
Yeah, if you're actually listening, first off, just tell us why.
Yeah, and not all
I was-
heroes wear
yeah.
capes, but you should probably go get a cape.
In this instance, we wear leotards. As you can tell by our Robin Hood pointing at our fucking socials. By the way, we just got P.E.E.N on Instagram this
Oh, man.
morning.
This morning it was great. I tried
And
so
then-
hard.
Wait, didn't
got
we
so
just get the
far.
Twitter one too?
Oh no,
We
I have
literally-
the Twitter
Oh,
off the
okay.
bat. Yeah, no, off the bat I got it. That's why I was like, all right. And then I tried to get it on other social medias, but it was already taken. And I finally got it for.
Maybe we should
Instagram.
change our YouTube to just P.E.E.N.cast.
I don't want to do that because when you search P.E.E.N.cast on YouTube,
It's like a bunch of fucking dudes that like
so-
broke
no,
their
there's-
dicks, and it's like
there's-
surgical videos of them putting casts on a bunch of dicks.
Yes. No, there's some kid already that had it, and everything when you search it, it goes straight to him. But he's like a child, and they're just playing games. They changed the name of it, but all the searches go to him. And another thing I found out is that on Twitch, Markiplier, the famous YouTuber, actually had that as well, which I don't know because I don't watch Markiplier. He's probably my least favorite famous YouTuber. No offense, I just don't watch his stuff.
I mean,
I don't
you're not saying that you don't like him. You're just saying he's your least favorite. So
Yeah, he's my least favorite out of the PewDiePies.
that's
Purple PewDiePie.
But it's been a pretty productive morning for both of us. We got this set up. We've converted our shit to where it can actually be uploaded. We're releasing tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna release it tonight and post on social media throughout the day tomorrow.
Yeah, I need to get the login stuff too, so I can put
And-
stuff on the Instagrams.
I think I gave it to you. I give it to you again, but I gave it to you. Yeah, and it's a little weird because we have a few pre-recorded. I mean, we've been recording, and we just want to get a lot of stuff ready so we have something to put out there. So you're gonna get this. They're gonna get this a month later. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, at the end of the month or whatever. So it's very
True, but maybe once we actually get our footing and we get like a built out better schedule or like an outline of things that we talk about every time.
Yeah.
Because that's one thing I've talked to a couple of my buddies about who actually listen to a lot of different podcasts. They're like, I actually really enjoy listening to podcasts of people just talking, as long as it's not just one person. And I was like, yeah, that's usually the way that I like to listen to it too.
Yeah.
But he's like, there needs to be something there though. There needs to be some sort of structure, or else it's just rambling. And I was like, yeah,
Well-
I feel like we ramble a little bit, but we usually
we
talk about things and then we take tangents, which is fine.
Yeah, I'm a rambler. You know that. I gotta adjust this son of a bitch. And
Dude,
this is the last.
Mute yourself
cast
if you're gonna adjust yourself. Jesus.
No. I mean, no. I don't care if you hear the sound of my balls sticking to my leather seat. I don't care.
I'm pretty sure you're like fully clothed. I'm like in my boxers right now.
Oh no, I'm fully clothed this time, but normally I'm not. Last night I was naked. So whenever we were gaming. Speaking of gaming, man, that was a blast.
Yeah, dude, those custom matches. Anybody who ends up listening to this, if you play Call of Duty or Escape from Tarkov, Rocket League, basically, if you're an actual gamer and you want to game sometime, just hit us up, dude. Like,
Yeah, man.
I'm always
we should-
open to like meeting new people. You know.
You gotta link the Discord as well. Then.
Oh
if
yeah,
that's
the
case.
Discord. That's
Should
what we're
we
gonna
have
call
our
it.
own?
Yeah, we're gonna create a Discord for P.E.E.N.
All right. Well, it's not up yet, but it will be eventually.
We'll
And
get it, and
people
we'll
will
add
know.
another little a line here. If you're seeing the MP4 go off right now, actually, is it just gonna be an image?
What?
The MP4, can they actually see this? Boom,
I don't know what
Boom.
you're saying. We're not
boom, boom.
connected.
I'm changing the colors
oh,
for the
yeah, they can
lines
see
that are
it.
underneath it. Oh shit,
they can
that's
see it.
dope.
Yeah. So
Right, hell yeah.
a little bit of live effect there for you guys. Special for you, especially. No, I had a blast, dude. I haven't had that much fun since Halo 3 custom maps.
Dude, yeah. I was really
Yeah.
hoping there would be a way to turn up like sensitivity or like running at 150 times with a little bit less gravity. That would be so fucking fun in that game.
I know, right? Just crazy stuff like that out of the norm of gaming. It's so much fun. And I recently got Escape from Tarkov. After this, that's what we're gonna play. I don't know anything about it. I watch iSwifty. Check him out on Twitch. Play it.
I
It looks like a lot of
_Swifty.
fun.
And
I
also
underscore
Mikey
50.
G String.
Jay Strang.
G Strang. Yeah, them are the
Strang.
boys right there. And
The
they're getting
boys.
really good at Tarkov, dude. And
Yeah,
that
I
game
see
is
'em.
intense.
Actually, Swifty, he's like lost a bunch of shit this weekend. He has practically nothing.
Yeah, I'm sitting there on like just a few really shitty weapons. But anybody out there who doesn't know what Tarkov is or hasn't looked into it but has heard about it, it's a survival-based game that's similar to most BRs that are out now. But it's very complex in the fact that you have to control your HP for all of your individual limbs, as well as your stomach, head, legs, all that shit. If you get shot in the stomach, you have to patch it up, or you can dehydrate faster, which will kill you. And it's basically you go in, try to kill people, and try to get to extraction points without a map, without any guidance, without any kind of indication that your teammates are near you or anything. So you could end up just mowing down your teammates and not knowing.
Oh yeah. I've
I've
noticed
definitely
it.
done that.
Yeah. Whoopsie. So let's catch up on the keycap thing, man. You talked to those boys?
So no, I actually didn't talk to them this week.
What the fuck, man?
Dude,
It's
I
like a
know,
big
I
thing.
know. It's a huge thing. But so this week actually has been kind of annoying for me. I just got new silicone and so I got new silicone and new resin that I've been trying to use to make some new keycaps because Swifty and Mikey both wanted some keycaps because we went to PAX and they saw all my keycaps and they're like, dude, you should do a color like this. And I was like, I'm gonna do a whole gamer set for you. So like WASD and then an escape key and then any of the extra keys that I have, they're gonna give away to their followers and subs. So it's a good way for me to get my name out there. It's also really cool for them to be able to do a giveaway of something that's very unique to just them, you know?
Yeah.
So
And I was
it's
looking
just,
at
it's just all around a cool thing, you know? Well, I've tried to make, so I have these 3D printed resin butts, which a butt is the underside of a keycap, the little cherry stem, that have my maker's mark on them, which is like a triangle that's upside down, and it's got like a T and a P in it, just for typo. And
for toilet paper.
Yeah, for toilet paper.
Shit. Wipe your
Or-
ass with it.
For Tarpov.
What the fuck?
Yeah. But
Or Paul.
so I have those in there, and what it's supposed to do is my maker's mark is it shows like my individuality, that it's my maker's mark makes it official instead of it just being like a blank underside.
Yeah.
You know? Well, it's been months since I've used them, and I know that they had a problem with curing with silicone originally. Well, I got this new silicone, which is tin cure rather than platinum cure. And for some reason, it's fused to every single one of my resin butt molds. And now I don't have any to do any molds, and I have 0 of them that have my maker's mark on them now.
Why don't you
So-
just get the same brand as last time?
Because I got it for Christmas. It was
Oh,
a
so
new
you just
silicone.
decided to use it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try and use it, and I molded a couple things. I have 3 decent molds right now of caps. So I've got an SA Row 1 cap that is like squeaky clean, like polished to a mirror finished almost, and that's gonna be really nice. And the butt molds that I already have, I can use with that mold. They're all interchangeable.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good. So I'm not completely dead in the water, but I just don't have anything with my maker's mark, and I'm gonna want a maker's mark for this big deal with Glorious if it goes through.
Right.
And if
right.
not, I'm still gonna want that because I plan on taking this to the next level soon. So
Yeah,
that's what
and
I've been
that-
dealing with. That's why I didn't hit them up, because I don't want to, like, I was just frustrated, really.
You don't want them to expedite that and not.
Yeah.
be
And
ready.
also I've
I
been
get it. Yeah.
Getting back in the habit of like all the safety that I need to keep in mind. With this resin, it gives off toxic fumes, so I need to have a fan going in my room because this is not a small room, but I need to make sure that I'm not just sitting there inhaling these vapors off of this shit.
I mean, it's no fun if you're not
Yeah.
inhaling the vapors.
I mean, you think that, but you don't want plastic solidifying in your lungs, dude.
Speak for yourself, right?
Bitch. But so there's that, and then also earlier in the week, so I made 2 sets, one for Swifty and one for Mikey. And while I was making those sets, I got a little spillage on my desk of some uncured resin, and I didn't notice it. And I haven't been in the swing of things for a while.
Keycap.
And so getting back into it, yeah. So like the keycaps came out great, but since I had that spillage that I wasn't paying attention to, and I didn't have long sleeve shirt on, I got some contact dermatitis, which non-contagious. It's extremely itchy, and it looks like a fucking butt rash that a baby would get, you know?
Yeah, dermatitis is extremely common. And it comes in many different shapes.
fucking
It's just
terrible,
irritation of the
dude.
skin,
It's
yeah.
so itchy, and I've got it on like the crease where my elbow is,
Oh,
and
damn.
like up in like towards my armpit, and then on my wrist area.
Ooh.
And
That's
it's not as bad as I've had it
sensitive, yeah.
before. I had it before, and I learned my lesson, and I always wore long sleeve shirts, gloves, all that stuff. But I was like trying to get back in the swing of casting and like doing it in a timely manner because this new resin too is different. And so like I'm just trying to get used to all that shit, and it's just made a dumb mistake, and now I'm paying for it. So I didn't reach out to them. Also, with work has been fucking nuts lately. Come, I think Tuesday of next week, it's basically going to be a shit show. Chrome is doing an update to like cookies and cross-site scripting, and this is going to be extremely high level, but there's a lot of things going into place with cookies because of the EU, and now California has a law, the CCPA, and it's basically to give people consent to track what they're doing on your websites, and everybody's going to have to abide by that. Well,
I think
Chrome updated, or is updating in 2 days, and it breaks most of the shit that I'm going to be dealing with. And then we found a fix for it, and then we found out literally on Friday that fix is not going to work for everybody. So it's been a lot of shit going on, and then yeah, just been busy as fuck.
Yeah, I get it, man. My work days aren't as stressful as that, dude. I literally sit in a machine and dig holes all day. It's fun. I play in a sandbox for hours on end, listening to music, learning Spanish. That's what I do.
Why don't you fucking grow up?
What do you mean?
Grow the
up.
fuck up.
What? You get a 9 to 5?
No,
get a 9
dude.
to 5 sitting behind a desk, scratching my ass with everybody else? Nah, man. That's I've actually considered. I was talking to Scan.
Yeah.
And he about maybe joining IT, because if I do something behind a desk, it's going to be IT related. And he's going over a few things, talking about big data. So on my spare time at work, I'm watching YouTube videos on big data and what it is, what it entails, the different kinds that there are, and it's so fucking boring. I don't see how
It's extremely boring, dude.
How people put up or do that stuff. What the fuck, man? We really, jeez. I could sit behind a computer and play a video game and get bored. Why the fuck do I want to sit behind a computer and read
and not
get
play
bored?
a video game?
Yeah.
Nah, I get that.
It seems so boring, and the work I have is just so. I'm active the whole time. It's mentally strenuous because I have to focus on spatial dimensions and making sure that
You have to be
'cause I can-
extremely aware.
Yeah, I can like look 100 yards away and tell you exactly what 3 inches is.
Oh shit!
So long, gay boys.
Shut up! Shut up!
I mean,
We
I
use
already do
text,
that.
though.
That was for you guys listening.
Yeah,
Everybody? Aaron can tell how big something is from 300 meters away, even if it's 3 inches tall.
300
or
yards,
small.
100 yards. Oh, you said 300 meters? Okay, never mind. I'm dumb. I don't convert things. Yeah,
I said 300 meters because super.
you did, which is 100 yards. You're right. Yeah.
Wait,
No,
it
I'm
is
an
100
idiot.
yards?
Nuh-uh. Right?
No.
Okay, maybe I'm
It's
stupid.
like
I said
300
100 yards. That's
'Cause-
300 meters.
Well, a yard. Oh wait. A meter stick is bigger
3
than a
feet.
yardstick, isn't it?
I don't fucking know. Let's not get into the metrics of metrics, because we measure by body parts here in the U.S. That's what we do. We didn't have fancy rulers and sticks when we got here. We just put our foot down and said 1, 2, 3 feet. It's 3 feet. Cut it right there.
Don't fucking blame that shit with a Texas accent, dude. That's not Texas's fault. Greatest-
that wasn't a Texas
greatest
accent. That was
country
a-
in the
that was a
United
hillbilly.
States.
That was a
Oh.
hillbilly accent.
I guess I just understand that because
No, you're just very sensitive about your Texas roots. That's all. Yeah. By the way, Texas is the greatest country in the Americas. We'll just say Americas, because way better.
no,
than
because then you're
Canada.
including Canada, and I don't know about that.
Dude,
You never even been to Canada, dog.
it's not about going to Canada. It's a beautiful place. The people are great, okay? But the government there, kind of shit. The structure there, that's
I
kinda
mean,
shit.
Have you not
It's-
seen
it's
what's
like
been
that-
going on in the news for the last like 3
Oh,
weeks?
you're right.
It's
You're right.
literally
Government
a
was bad.
shit show, dude.
Yeah, government was a bad example. I can't think of any other.
I think no matter
examples.
where you go, the government is fucking trash.
Yeah,
'Cause
government's
that's
shit.
what the government is meant to do.
That's
Is
what they're meant to
limit
do.
the public and stop people from progressing in life.
Yeah, that's why we have a bipartisan system. It's so that we argue about all this shit, and we can't come to terms with the fact that people are different and we believe different things. We're not getting anything done by going to protests and making people look stupid, arguing over facts and what we believe should be. I hate that. The future of rallies is going to be tables lined all the way down the main street, and people are going to sit down at these tables and have a political discussion.
Oh, like speed dating? Like speed dating? Like,
Exactly.
all right, your 5 minutes is up. Move to the next person and argue your point.
This is what I believe. This is why
That
I
would be
believe
sick,
it.
actually.
Wouldn't it though? And
be sick.
okay, so what people need to understand and realize is that you base these things off of an individual level. We can't just throw a blanket over top of everything, and that's how we create sides. That's what red versus blue is, and
That's how you get smallpox.
It's all about division. That's it. The bipartisanship is a divisionary tool to keep us talking about dumb shit, while people that really don't care, that actually run stuff, that have money, go and do what they want to do, and they can do it because they got the lawyers to go to Congress. They've got the lobbyists to go to Congress, and it doesn't matter what we do or think. Freedom is an illusion. Independence is an illusion. The system is a lie. There we go. That's my political rant. I'm extremely political. I just don't want to make this a political podcast. I really don't. There's too many of them out there.
It's not going to be. And also, to be honest, I hate politics. I hate all that shit. And I know I need to be more involved, and I know I need to like pay attention more. Yeah. But I literally can't be bothered. Like it pisses me off.
Hey, same, dude. Same. Ever since the last election, it was like politics became the new football. That's all it is. It's the Coliseum. It's the gladiator arena. It's where everybody goes to be distracted, and that's it. That's what it's for, and that's what is happening to everybody. But not everybody. People can step back and take a look at it and say, hey, this is I see what's really going on here, and which I think is the majority of people. I think the minority of people pick a side and stick to it. It's just ignorance. Ignorance breeds fear, and when we're afraid of each other, there's no discourse at all. So it's some boo-boo, man.
But speaking of relative or things that are relative right now, did you see the news yesterday about that case of coronavirus in Massachusetts?
Nope, I didn't.
Yeah, dude. I think it's like trending on Twitter or something like that when I saw it. And like, there's like a case in Boston, like the 18th report or some shit like that. And this is like becoming like a big deal, dude.
It is. It was already a big deal. It's just information's extremely limited coming out of China. You can find some information from some people that are willing to.
Twitter actually has quite a bit on there nowadays.
I don't use Twitter.
I don't use Twitter that much either, but I'm trying to get more in the hang of things on there. But like on I think it's like February. I'm gonna look it up.
He's gonna look it up.
So February 1st. So as far as I knew, there had been no deaths from the coronavirus.
Oh, there's like
259 confirmed deaths in China.
Yeah,
more than 11,700 confirmed cases. U.S. declares public health emergency. See, I didn't know about the 11,000 or the 259. I knew that we declared a health emergency. And
it's not even us. It's the World Health Organization had already declared this something. But
the U.S. declares it too.
Yeah, the World Health Organization, they're not even considering limiting trade and travel between here and China. It's like, what the fuck's going on? We're treating it like a pandemic, like it's a big deal, like something big is happening. I mean, but then it's like, oh, it's not that bad, but it's a pretty big deal. If you look at the charts
last night, death toll jumps to over 300 as outbreak spreads to more countries.
Here we go. Here we go, dude, America.
There was we got an email sent to us at work, dude.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, what the fuck? I don't know. It's kind of nuts.
It is.
Didn't they already isolate the like strain of this virus?
I have no idea. I think that there is a treatment or a cure. I really don't know much about it. All I know is that it's exponentially becoming more dangerous than they've been comparing it to SARS. So it's more dangerous than SARS.
It's like a similar virus, isn't it?
It's a similar virus, but it's not. And I think that America warned China that the facility that they had it in was it was viable for a to get out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess this thing's gonna break out of there. There's a high chance that this thing's gonna get out of the facility.
Yeah.
And here we
I
are.
just remember seeing that, like, whenever they were comparing it to SARS wasn't even reported like officially for like a year.
Yeah.
And
no,
ours was like, with like in this day and age, it was reported within like a day of it happening, a couple days of it happening.
We need to limit trade. We need to limit travel. By nip this thing in the butt. People up top, they live in their own little bubble and they don't contact regular people. They don't care about regular people.
Yeah.
But here we go. We'll see what's up. See how this is going to go. I'm not too worried about it, but as the news rolls in, it just seems bad. I try to stay away from things that are out of my control. I can't focus on all these huge problems. This is just me personally. I have no control over it. I gotta focus on what's in front of me. I get too overwhelmed looking at the big picture. So,
yeah,
yeah, F all that nonsense, man. Fuck SARS or Corona.
Fuck SARS.
Yeah. You know what I mean, man?
I do.
When's the next PAX, dude? I know PAX South is closest, but there's gotta
Don't
be
worry
another
about
one.
PAX, dude. I mean, PAX East. I'm not going to PAX East, and I don't know if I'll be going to PAX
Yeah,
South
fuck
again
that.
unless like I have like a booth or something. I'm actually right now. I'm considering getting a booth at TwitchCon, which is in San Diego this year.
I don't know if I want to go to California.
Honestly, I'm going just for TwitchCon. I don't really plan on doing anything in the city or anything like that. But
Yeah.
there's also DreamHack in May, which is in Dallas, so I should be there for that. Actually.
What's that?
DreamHack is like a gaming event. Like there's like it's a huge LAN thing, and I'm pretty sure there's vendors and stuff.
That might be fun. I mean, I live in Dallas area,
Yeah.
so I can go to that easily. I'd like to do that. That'd be a lot of fun. All right. In other news, man with big diaper. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah.
What was I gonna look at? I was looking at something. Fucking chair and shit.
You're looking at a chair?
No, I said I was looking at something to share and shit, but I don't even know anymore. You got me started on politics, dude, and my mind.
Yeah, no, now your mind's a
switches
blank.
down that track. Yeah, and there's a lot that I'd like to go over. It's just that I really don't want to go over it right now. So now,
Nah, fuck it. We're not gonna do politics. We'll do let's see. Google 2 random words together, like aardvark and
That's a bad idea.
pineapple.
No, you know, it'd be even a better search result is if we Bing 2 words together.
Oh hell no, dude! I never use that.
Well, yeah, that's the point. Is page
Bing
1
is
of Bing is supposed to be bad, real bad. Oh, I wanted to touch base on the CNC machine that we're supposed to be getting. I was looking at a bunch of stuff. Yeah.
So actually, yeah, that brings me to something I wanted to go over too. So
Okay.
my tax return
Okay.
is coming soon, and yours is too. Yours is already used, basically, right?
Yeah, I might spend, dude.
I think that when I get mine, I was gonna get my arm blasted, but I think I'm just gonna pay off a bunch of debt.
That's a good idea.
Then,
Yeah.
and then use that credit and go back into debt.
That's such a bad idea.
Here's
That's
my
the American
thinking on it.
system.
Well,
No,
here's
it's the
my
American
thinking on it.
system. That's what we do here.
Here's
Go
my
ahead.
thinking on it, though. So I'm going to use that. I've got a lot of debt from just the last couple of months and everything that's happened and not being financially prepared for it.
Yeah.
And so what I want to do is pay off some of that debt, which will look really good. And then
Okay.
instead of just using that money that I was going to get to start this business, use credit to start the business, and then I can pay it off like immediately.
If you
Because
want to
of
be
the business.
legitimate about the business, you can.
Oh, I mean,
actually
I'm
go-
gonna get the DBA, the LLC, and all that shit figured out
You can
soon.
get a business loan, and if you know how much you're gonna get out of this deal, if that happens, you can get a loan for a little bit under that deal, just to go towards what you need to improve it. So let's say
I don't
the
need much,
contract
honestly.
Well, let's say the contract is worth $30,000. You can go to the bank and tell them that you have this, show them the contract, say I need $10,000 or $12,000 to fulfill this. They'll give you that money. You spend that money on what you need, and you can still pay off the loan later.
That would
you
be
know
way
what I'm
too
saying?
much.
That's how you do it. You write a
Yeah.
business plan and get a loan from a bank. That's better for your credit than just going into debt using a credit card.
Yeah, I know.
Dude. Yeah, I was looking
I'm
at
just thinking super immediate terms because it's not like going into a lot of debt. Like what I would do for this, even making like say 1,000 keycaps, I'm not going to be spending any more than like a couple $100 for material costs. It's my time, and like what I would want to do with that is get resin that is like a 12-hour cure time and 30-minute pot life. That way I can actually pour all of them at the same time and do 25 keycaps at once, and then also have a better air compressor so that I can do the pressure pot. And then I'll have
plus-
2 pressure pots, and then I'll be doing
the
50
CNC
plus.
machine, my guy.
Yeah,
You're gonna.
well, yeah.
I mean,
I'm thinking immediate term though. The CNC is not going to be something that I get before I get a deal on keycaps or before I make my first like couple sales on
okay.
keycaps.
I see
Because
what you mean.
that money, so that's what I mean. I pay off the debt that I'm in currently. Then I use that to go back into debt for the business. And then with the money I get from that, I can pay off easily. Just from
We probably sound like idiots to some financial
business guru.
advisor or
Oh, yeah.
business guys. Like, it's these guys are dumb and they don't know anything. Yes, that's the point.
Correct.
We're dumb and we don't know anything. So
if we can do it,
if you're smarter than me and him, then learn to us. All right.
if we can do
Let
it, you
us
can do
know.
it too.
Yeah, right.
Hit him with
yeah,
that
you can
fucking
hit
flute.
him with that flute, boy.
But yeah,
But
that's
I was
my
looking at-
basic. That's like the bare minimum like idea of the plan that I have is
It's a good plan.
pay off
It's a
some
good
debt,
short-term-
go into a little bit of debt to start this the right way. I mean, not the right way, but the right way as far as like putting money into it at the beginning to get shit
Yeah.
popping. And then from that, the profits would go to paying off that debt as well as like actually getting the business off the ground. Because there's three main things I want to do, or 4, I guess. Keycaps. So that being like gamer sets, so WASD and then an escape key. I think that's a really good bundle to get,
Right.
especially for like a decent price. Because doing a WASD key set is not that time consuming and it's not that complex. The escape key is the one that is. But
Right.
if I do specific colors in a specific way, like some people pay a lot of money just for those kind of casted keycaps.
Yeah. Just
And
for the
I'm
escape
trying.
one.
I'm not trying to undercut anybody that does it because a lot of them are like good dudes.
They're really
and
good. Yeah, I've looked
they're
at all
really
the
good
arts
at
and
it, yeah.
caps. Yeah.
But I'm sitting here like I want to not be the most expensive. Like yeah, it would be
Yeah.
super sick to like be able to sell one keycap for $300. I don't want to be that person.
Yeah.
I want to sell to people like me who I started doing this shit because I couldn't afford to buy a $300 single piece of not even 1 inch by 1 inch plastic.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah,
I hear that, my guy. And then the other half of the business is going to be putting together keyboards, which is what I want to talk about, laser engraving and stuff like that. And I know that we could just get everything together. Like, they have all those. You could just order from China. I don't know if we want to do that though.
we might get SARS or fucking
China's-
coronavirus on the keyboards.
Yeah, we don't
dude.
want to. We should make
No,
a.
I want to do
specific-
Texas. I want to do Texas. Like I've already got a guy who makes keyboards in cases and all that shit. And
Well, I wanna make
he
keyboards
said he
in
wants to get
cases.
involved. And I
Oh,
was like,
okay.
dude, hell yeah, because he's got ideas and plans. He can help me like with ideas and getting started and stuff and like where to get materials. He's already helped me source some stuff that I've been looking into. But
There you
besides the keyboards, there's also 2 other things that I wanted to get into besides the keycaps and keyboards. One of
that?
them is custom sleeves or like
Yeah.
carrying cases, because a lot of people bring their keyboards to events or they bring it to and from work, and you need to protect it. If you're just going to throw it in your bag, you could snap off a stem
Yeah.
on one of your shits, and that's no bueno. And so a lot of people have like little slide-in cases, and making those
yeah.
could be extremely cheap, but also I could make them high quality and my own design, you know?
Yeah. Yeah,
And-
or their own design.
Yeah,
like, if
you
they-
buy,
if they-
say you buy like 2 sets of gamer sets, I just throw in one for you. It's nothing as far as material costs for me. It's a good
Yeah.
selling point, and then on top
Right,
of that,
it
it's
is.
something that you actually would use, you know, or most people would
Mhm.
use. and then
Yeah,
the other
we
one
should
being
do
custom
socks,
cables.
man. People use socks too. I I know it sounds dumb, but gamer socks, baby. That's the
Oh,
future.
so that's all side stuff. I don't see that as a
Uh,
business. That's just merch. you know?
Right, right. We have this too. Yeah, I get that. I like the keycap and keyboard idea because
Keycap,
I was
keyboard,
looking at
and
the
then custom cables, dude, is another big one. People pay a lot of money for custom cables.
What? What do you mean
Yeah.
custom cables?
So I have a coiled cable at work. It's pink,
Okay.
purple, and green, and it's basically a cable, like a USB cable,
Right.
and then
Is
you
it
can
woven,
completely make
or-
them custom. It's got paracord over it, and what
Yeah.
happens is they wrap it around a dowel and
Right.
tape it, and then they heat it up, and it keeps that coil form. And so I've got like
Okay.
3 inches coming out of the back of my keyboard, and you could definitely see that from 300 meters away. And the coil goes for about 7 inches, and
Uh-huh.
then it's the rest
can
of it
see
is
that.
regular cord. So it makes things look nice and shit like that. But it's also just a really nice looking cable that matches keyboard, like depending on how you do it. You know.
For serious gamers only. Sorry.
I mean, honestly,
Sorry,
gamers
chumps.
don't even usually do that shit. It's usually like developers that are into the
developers and
custom cable.
programmers. Yeah. I've actually noticed that. Actually, a lot of the custom keyboard and keycap stuff is from people that code all day.
Oh yeah, it's because
Yeah.
people that are developers, especially younger, who are into keyboards and shit, they have a disposable income, dude. And usually
they?
it's a significant disposable income.
We'll open up that disposal.
That's why there are things that exist like a $300-$400 keycap, dude. If
Yeah.
people weren't willing or didn't have the money to spend on it and weren't into it,
Wouldn't be a
it wouldn't
market for it,
exist,
yeah.
you know? I could list this fucking keycap for $300 all day long. I probably could sell one of them one time for $300.
Yeah.
You know?
I
Just
I
because
think,
there are people that blow money like that.
it should probably, just getting people into that, like letting people know that that's a thing and making it affordable to them. I think that's a good business model as well.
Well, that's why I
What-
wanted to do this, because gamers love shit like that. Buying skins
Yeah.
that don't matter in game, they don't affect it. Keycaps do actually help you play better sometimes. You know?
I don't. I've got a normal keyboard.
See, I've got rubberized textured keycaps on my
Oh
keyboard.
my goodness. I thought he was
And-
gonna say. Never mind.
Great.
Rubberized, texturized. What?
Yeah.
now?
They're rubber. So it's like a regular PBT keycap, but it's got a
Oh.
layer of rubber over it.
Ah,
That it's
I
textured,
see.
so it's knurled, and you can feel the difference between all your other keys. So
I got one
some
of
people
those,
have like UWER and then ASDF, and those will be like the main ones that people use for most games. Well, all of those have a rubberized texture on them, so you know your placement.
No, I get what you're saying. It's like the same thing for my Gooch cover. I've got
Yeah.
rubberized sticker that I just paste on my Gooch for the day so that it doesn't chafe. Get a very sensitive Gooch.
Why would you use rubber, not like a mesh foil?
I like to grip. I like
The mesh
gripping
foil is way
aspect
more
of it.
grippy, and it also it
You say
shaves
mesh what?
off.
Mesh foil?
A mesh foil, yeah.
So it's like metal.
Yeah, it's metal. What
Ah.
it does is it actually shaves down a lot of that ball cheese, and it comes out of the bottom of your pants at the end of the day.
Ah, I no longer have to collect my ball cheese with
Yeah, I mean,
with a
you've been
stick
fucking
at the end of the
scraping
day.
it off with a stick and putting it in like a
Yeah.
pomade jar. Like, you don't even need to do that. You can just shake it out, like in the middle of the day
my
too.
goodness. Problem solved. There's another business model. If anybody's
Sometimes you gotta
listening,
think smarter and not harder.
I always think harder.
I know you do.
Got that hard brain thought. Man, I've been trying to tell you about. You went off on a tangent on keyboards and stuff. I've been looking at do-it-yourself, like how to fold sheet metal and stuff. Plastic's cool and all, but I want to make like custom. I want to carve
Armor?
a keyboard out of wood. I want to use sheet metal to make metal casings for it, because that would be a lot cooler with engravings and stuff. You can make your own little extra programmable keys on the side, but with like a plate or something with an insignia. That's what I'm looking at when I'm
Yeah.
thinking customizable keyboards. And I found a bunch of do-it-yourself stuff. It's just that I don't have a metal shop to make
Or
half this
or the
crap.
equipment. Yeah, dude, I know exactly what you mean. Dude,
Yeah,
there was
man.
one time I went down a rabbit hole for some reason, and I thought about starting to make my own shoes.
Your own shoe?
My own shoes. Like, I got really into the look of the way like Oxfords and wingtips look,
Okay.
and I was just like, you know what? I wonder what it would be like to make my own shoe. And like, it's not crazy, and it's something that I know I could definitely do. But the startup for it, and like buying leather and then molding all this stuff and then stamping it, and then it's just a really long, tiring process. That's why like Italian handmade shoes are like a couple $100 for like a
I've
regular
got a-
basic shoe.
I've got a pair of Italian handmade leather shoes. I got them for free though. They retail for $800. Yeah. Yeah. How do you like that? Yeah. Flex.
I don't like it.
I flex on you. They're pointed tips though. They're like women's shoes. They're pointy.
So you look like a fucking elf.
Yeah, but a classy elf. You know, like at one of those strip lodges.
Next thing you know, you're gonna be like running off and joining the circus as like a fence climber and being able to jump
Fence
off and do
climber.
backflips.
I really wouldn't want to ruin these shoes. They're very nice. That would just destroy them. I destroy them because I don't know how to walk in pointed shoes. So I like move my foot forward. It drags across the front. Now the tip. I wore them probably twice and scuffed the tip on both of them. I had to fucking polish them, but it's Italian leather, and I don't have the proper polish for Italian leather. So you know it's kind of shitty now. They're not worth $800. I'll sell them to you for $600 though.
I'm good. The most
You sure?
expensive pair of shoes I ever owned. I actually have two of them that I paid $60 for. One of them is a boot that I got before I went to Ireland because I needed a
Just
boot.
one boot? You paid
Yeah,
$60
just one,
for
just one
a
boot. Yeah, it's from
Okay.
Aldo, but I got it
Great
at I
investment.
got it at Ross, dude.
Oh.
That's where I get like all my shit. Dude. I fucking love Ross.
Ross is great, man. Shout out to Ross.
Yep.
They
Hashtag
have-
sponsored. Brought to you
Yeah.
by Ross. Dress for less. Also,
Dress for less.
Also, if you're ever thirsty, why don't you just pop a little Crystal Light up in that fucking water bottle, you know?
Ooh, Crystal Light.
I'm still hoping one
Spice up
day
your
that they
life.
reach out to me and they're
With
like, you know
Crystal
what?
Light.
You get Crystal Light for life.
We're gonna
And you just
do
have to always tell people about it.
Crystal Light commercial.
Oh, we're going to.
Boring.
Coming soon, guys.
yeah.
We're gonna be recording
Videos.
some videos, and it'll be good because once I know you always need to pee like halfway through our podcast. We
I've
can
been
always
holding
have-
it.
We can have
I've
like a
been
little
holding it.
ad break, and we just play a fucking
Oh, dude,
video.
that'd be great.
And it'd
Dude,
be
that would
so good.
Great. I could actually pee. All I need is like 2 minutes. Okay.
Well, I mean, I
That's
wouldn't
it.
want to do a 30-minute ad, especially that's not actually sponsored by Crystal Light.
Is your water bland and boring? Spice it up.
Spice it up
these
with a little bit of
nuts.
cherry pomegranate Crystal Light.
You want some joie to your bourgeois? Crystal Light. Soccer mom approved.
Ew. Did you say
Wait, you don't like
stepmom
soccer
approved?
moms? I said soccer mom. Oh yeah,
Oh,
stepmom. We should
I was
bring
like,
it back.
God.
We should
damn
bring
it,
it back to
dude.
the step family.
No, dude,
I
we
don't
are
know.
not.
I never
back.
had like step brothers or sisters, but they get down, man. You know what I mean? They fucking get down. You know what I'm saying?
I hate you.
Uh,
God damn it.
I know, right? Oh, dude, it's just so bad. Here we are, full circle, a week later, talking about the same damn thing. It's
I mean,
so
it's still relevant, dude.
bad.
It's literally everywhere.
I can't
Everybody
do it
talks-
anymore. I can't do. I've become abstinent from myself. I have. I take no pleasure in ejaculation. It's just nothing. I can't. I'd rather jerk off to the thought of like something completely unrelated, like the good day that I had, the pleasant conversations, and a good work day. I'd rather just, oh, I had such a good time today. Oh, no complications. Oh, yeah.
Speaking of good days, tomorrow is about to be
Huh?
lit, dude. I'm
What?
getting a
What's happening?
vacuum.
Like a cleaner?
Yeah, a vacuum cleaner.
Is your Roomba up and bust on you? fuck this.
So I lost the Roomba
What?
in the split up, as well as the
Oh.
regular vacuum.
What
just
the
because I was
fuck,
like,
man?
Well, I was thinking logically. I was
Like,
like,
take it.
well, I was like, yeah, just take whatever you want. Also, you're gonna have the dog, so you're gonna definitely need a vacuum. I was like, I only have a
Split up
cat.
throw is the hardest, man. You need to put your foot down, like, bitch. You don't get anything. Get the fuck out. Sticking me with the bill, bitch. Move along. That's what you need to do.
It was a complicated.
It's a learning experience.
It still is.
Honestly, it works better if you guys try to work it out instead of being.
I didn't learn shit.
Oh
God.
That's your fault. That's your fault. It was a teaching experience.
I learned a lot.
You didn't learn.
I
anything.
learned a lot.
So update on my situation. We usually take care of this a little earlier.
God.
Things are going okay, and I've been a real bitch. Just my attitude has been poor, and I don't want it to weigh down my son, thinking about the tension between his mother and I. So I approached her. She's ordered no contact, and she can say that, but that doesn't mean shit. So at the game, I was like, in front of everybody, mind you, it's like, can I hold my boy? Tell him I love him. She said, yeah. So I went, pulled, and told him I love him. Walked him out, talking about how he scored a goal. By the way, his basketball. First goal of the day, man. He rebounded that shit, slipped it right back up there.
This
like
was soccer, right? Oh no, basketball.
Yeah. Basketball goal.
Yeah. Was it a layup? A three?
It was great. Yeah,
dunk on
it was
him?
a layup. No, it was right underneath him. Right underneath the goal. Grabbed it.
I'm not even that impressed
Spun
anymore.
in the air and laid up. It was great.
I thought it was gonna be a dunk or something. I was about to go crazy.
He's-
But if it's
he's
just
like
a layup,
5 foot
whatever.
tall, man. Come on. No, it was great. And I asked for her permission. What I'm doing is yielding to her, and I'm letting her feel safe and secure. I want her to think that she has control, and that I'm being put in my place. Lure her into this false sense of security, so that if she decides to, because 420 is around the corner, and my diabolical plan is that if she's going to smoke, it's going to be on 420. Then I'm going to turn around, slap
Drop
her with
a hammer.
with a lawsuit. It's not really a lawsuit. It's just revisit the agreement, drug test her, and hopefully I get my son because she's got drugs in her system. I want her to feel comfortable. I don't want her to feel on edge. I want her to feel like she can go about her regular business without feeling threatened by me. I'm a diabolical bitch, and I thought this up and was like, dude, this is perfect. So I spent the whole time kissing her ass, shaking her family's hand, talking about life in general, how things were going, and I think it's gonna work out for me, man. I really do. I'm excited.
Too, and I really hope so.
I'm
Just
excited to put her
for
in her
everybody
place.
listening, he's not this vindictive in real life.
I'm not. No.
But this is just, I mean, you guys have literally a bare minimum knowledge of what has happened. And, I mean, he went to the doctor, and the doctor said nothing of the fact that he's not supposed to be talking to his son. So that was all fabricated.
She
So
said
it's
that
just-
the doctor
it's
said
a
that,
huge
and I
fucking thing.
literally asked her, and she said, no, I can't say that. She literally, legally cannot order that or make that suggestion. Legally, she cannot. And whenever I'm not even going to bring that up to her. She knows she lied. She knows that I know. So when I talked to her about visitation this next time, which brought it up, she said that my boy did not want to come and visit me until he was feeling better. And I said that I would love for him to tell me that. And she's like, I'm not going to make him do that. He's 10, this, that. He goes, oh, no. I'm not trying to make him tell me. I'm just speaking my mind.
He's just a young boy. I'm not going to put him in that position.
Oh, no. I don't wanna put him in that
you already
position.
are.
Yeah, the tension between us is really weighing on him, and I'd rather we just get along for his benefit. That's essentially the conversation that we had, and it worked. And things are only going to get better between us until I drop a new agreement onto her, and she thinks that I'm not allowed to go back to court to rediscuss anything because she's got sole custody, or she's the primary conservator or whatever, the sole conservator, which none of that means a lick of sense. If I was a degenerate of some sort, then she can go to the court and say, look, he's a degenerate, he doesn't deserve anything for my son. Then that would be totally cool. That's what the courts look at, but there's no reason why I shouldn't have joint custody, period.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it.
She took advantage of you being in a tough spot whenever all that shit was going down.
Yeah, man.
And
I didn't know
now
what
that
I was
you're
doing
now that
either.
you're making moves, like, I don't think I say this enough. You're a fucking good dad, and you've been making moves ever since Alan was born.
Yeah.
And so I've seen all this stuff. I've seen your
great.
growth, dude, and and it's like
Yeah, thank you.
it's really good to see because I've always like known your potential and shit. And then like of course we kind of fell out a little bit whenever I moved to Austin, and like we
Wow.
rekindled
Yeah.
that shit, just because I was so far fucking away.
Yeah. Should we go about over how we rekindled it, or is that too saucy for the podcast?
No, we can go over it. I actually
Oh.
don't even remember what happened when we rekindled it.
Anal.
Bitch ass liar. Yeah, I fucking hate you sometimes. Like, oh, you're such a good dad. Oh yeah, you remember whenever we first started talking again? I fucked your ass.
Great dad, terrible friend. Is that what we're going? No,
or
no,
you're a
thank you. That means
terrible
lot.
dad and a great,
Yeah. And that's one thing that has come out of all of this is a lot of self-reflection. I'm a narcissistic asshole. I put that out there for people. I present it that way. That's how I'm better than you. And then I'll joke about how I'm better, but the things that I'm saying aren't better. It's ridiculous and off character and like who would consider themselves better for that one thing?
Yeah, it's like I'm better than you because I know how to unicycle. I don't even own a unicycle. That's how good I am.
Not like that. It would
I'm
be
better
more
than you because I
something
can.
degrading to me. I'm better than you because
you don't think not knowing how to unicycle is degrading? Like, come on.
Is it? I watched this guy unicycle once and was totally amazed. People with skills like that like they practice all the time for, I'm totally amazed by. I couldn't sit down and learn to play piano like a boss, or juggling or unicycle. It's just amazing that people spend so much time on these things that they're passionate about, and then they just get so great and that they're able to perform. Performance arts is something that eludes me.
Yeah, we all
know. Another thing, speaking of performance arts, when I was at what's the Texas Renaissance Festival, and Reagan was complimenting this guy on his performance, and it was just the guy talking about some show they're about to have. But
dude, your lap dance earlier was sick as fuck.
Not now, typo.
No, that's what Reagan was saying.
Oh, really?
No, I wasn't there.
You lost me.
Yeah,
I'm lost now.
I'm dumb. All right.
No, anyway,
proceed with your story.
He complimented this guy, saying that he was like Robert De Niro, and he was a performance artist acting to the crowd, to the customers, to come and see the show. And I don't think of stuff like that. For me, I totally space. I don't say hello and introduce myself to people anymore. I just don't. And whenever it's time to say goodbye, I just kind of turn around and walk away. I don't say goodbye. I just leave. I don't get why I'm like that these days. But
I feel like a lot of people do that actually. Especially in like semi-social environments, like going out to the bar or something. I'll notice my friends like walking away to go do something or like go to a different area, but they don't say a word. Like in the middle of a conversation, say there's 4 people and 3 people are more engaged in the conversation. That one person is not left out, but they're not contributing. They're not bad at conversing. They're just not saying anything, and they just like walk away, get a drink, and go stand somewhere else for a little bit and talk to someone else about something else. Yeah, they never like say anything. I think it's similar to that. I think it's acceptable.
Something like that. Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad thing.
Man. It's not like me though. Usually I'm a social butterfly. I mean, I have been. I think I'll contribute it to years of drug use, because I used to do a bunch of drugs and be sociable on them, and then I just started becoming uncomfortable while I was on drugs and more reserved. And I feel, and this is a big part of why I don't do them anymore. Like after the night after, I think about all the stuff that I did and said and my interaction, and it's just embarrassing. I embarrass myself through conversations. I'm telling you, dude. Shut up, Typo.
No, I was clearing my throat.
Oh, I thought you were laughing at me.
No, I'm not. I'd never laugh at you, dude.
Whatever.
I would laugh with you.
No, I'll make you laugh at me, fool. I'll get naked right now.
Just show me something from 300 meters. You know what I'm saying? Oh, God.
Yeah, I'll show you something. Speaking of small penises, I had this boss, and his name was Keith, and we were like trying to measure something that was like concrete or something, and we're like, we need to measure 4 inches, and he walked up, and he was like, 4 inches? I got you 4 inches right here. And we looked at each other for a second, and he, after he walked away, we started busting out laughing. and we were like, Keith Binkley, 4-inch assassin.
No,
in
you
and
should have
out,
said
none's the
Keith
wiser.
Keith Binkley, 4-inch Winky.
Oh my gosh. No, they
That's
call him
not
the
his real
4-inch
last name, is it?
assassin. It is.
Oh no.
Whoops. Put him on blast. He lives in Arkansas. He's
We just
an
doxed
adult.
him.
He's an old man.
Don't say where he lives. Oh my god. Fucking dumb.
I'm gonna edit it out. We'll edit that out. We're probably not gonna edit that out.
So his name is Keith, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
And he lives in
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
All the way up north. Yeah, yeah.
that works for me.
Man, I've been holding in this piss for a while. Where are we at on time?
I actually
Just a
have to pee
question.
too. We're at an
Yeah.
hour. We got a little
Nope.
bit longer.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. Are we at an hour or almost?
An hour and 30 seconds. 32 seconds. 33 seconds.
That's pretty cool. You're just gonna start counting.
Just keep going.
Yes. So we've caught up. I see. I think we've come around full circle. I don't know. Where are we at?
I mean, we went over a bunch of shit.
Yeah, we did. We're doing all right. I'm enjoying these more and more. A little more interactive. We got that music in the background still.
Hell yeah, dude.
It's a nice touch. I enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's just chill lo-fi beats on Spotify, and like it's
Are we
straight
allowed to
bangers,
use that?
dude.
Are we gonna get like?
Yeah, it's
Copyright
it's
stricken?
chill lo-fi, copyright free.
Oh, okay. All right. They're gonna sneak in something there real quick.
Yeah.
That's been used.
We gotta screw these guys in their podcast over.
Yeah, seriously, we're the little guys, man. What's up with big corporations wanting to fuck the little guys? Where do they get off? Huh? Jeez.
On your face.
Yeah, they gotta charge. All right, I mean, I gotta charge for that stuff.
It's not
Know
like
what
you
I'm
got a
saying?
milkshake that you're bringing to the yard. Can't charge.
My milkshakes. You know that Missy Elliott song? I forget when she
Is
flip
her?
it and
We can
reverse
lick
it.
the blam yet?
Yeah, she literally flips it and reverses that.
Yeah, I
audio
didn't
and
know
makes
that.
it
I always
that.
thought it was some
No
random ass
idea.
shit. And she
you
actually
don't know the words,
she's
so
so
you just kinda
fucking
say
good
it
at
the
it.
way it hears, yeah.
Yeah,
Missy
she's
Elliott,
so
where are
fucking
you?
good at it.
Where are you, Missy Elliott? Where have you been?
She actually
Since the 90s.
came forward again. I mean, she has lupus. So she hadn't been doing anything. I'm pretty sure it's lupus. I'm going to double
Is it?
check that because I don't want to be that guy on the podcast that just says all these facts like shit about
Like they're
Ireland that was just
facts.
not correct.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we want anybody like that on the podcast, and it doesn't matter. It'll give us something to fight somebody about with, like
Yeah.
she doesn't have lupus, it's this. They'd be like, fight me, bitch. Over Twitter, a big argument. Yeah,
I'm
But-
pretty sure.
it's probably not gonna
Damn,
show you.
she
Celebrity's
won
very secretive.
5 Grammys, dude.
this year.
No, not this year.
Or total. Okay. Well, I mean, she's a great artist.
No, yeah.
She literally dominated 1990s radio. Top 40 for 10 years, maybe. I don't know when she
I mean,
started.
she, according
it seemed
to
like that.
Billboard in 2017, she was the best-selling female rapper in Nielsen music history.
What's Nielsen Music? Is that like a record label?
I think so.
Yeah,
But she was
I don't know
also
that.
in 2019, so last year, she became the first female rapper inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame and received
Nice.
MTV VMA's Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award for impact
Very
on the
nice.
music video landscape. And I'm pretty sure the
Congratulations,
music
Missy
video that they
Elliott.
picked. I'm pretty sure the music video that they picked was the one with that girl that ended up being like an actress,
Uh-huh.
where she was just like dancing.
Okay.
Like that's how she got discovered. I'm talking my ass.
I don't know. Congratulations, Missy Elliott.
Yeah.
You deserve
I mean,
it.
She
Hard
definitely
work
did
and
not
dedication
get
gets you
enough
somewhere.
recognition back in the day.
Oh, and there's a lot of things coming up these days, like old songs that didn't make sales. That are, I can't think of any examples now, but they're like popular songs now that are oldies. They weren't popular back in the day, and now they're blowing up.
Wait. Maybe she
I'm
doesn't
waiting.
have. Maybe she doesn't have it. She has.
Doesn't have lupus.
So it looks like the 39-year-old hip hop singer, songwriter, and producer told People magazine that she's been suffering from the autoimmune thyroid disease since 2008, according to USA Today. Elliott found out she has Graves' disease, I think,
Ah, okay.
after
I don't know
experiencing
what that is.
tremors and common symptoms of the disease.
Mm. Hats
Yeah.
off.
Yeah,
She's only 39.
She's
Is
a
she
fucking
39
badass.
now?
I don't think she's 39.
She's 30. She's 39 years old. She's 9
That
years
was
older than
in
me.
2011. That article was
Oh, okay.
at 4:27 p.m.
It's good to know. Good
Yeah.
to know. Timestamps are important. Yeah. I used to remember specifically like conversations verbatim and the time of day that it was, stuff like that. I remember thinking back to my high school era before I started smoking a bunch of pot. I could remember verbatim conversations, the day, the time, and then I fucked my brain over hard.
Idiot.
And then I got addicted to fucking hard. Just myself, though. Yeah, so I don't suggest it. I don't condone the use of drugs. You probably shouldn't smoke pot,
Yeah, I don't
especially if
think
you're a
that's a good
child.
thing.
I don't know why you're listening to this if you're a child anyway, unless it's from one of our gaming fan bases. Got a lot of 12-year-olds that like to game with me because I'm good at what I do. So they're like, he's on, and then we get rich playing Sea of Thieves.
So rich, dude. Yeah,
I'm telling you.
I think my youngest are probably like 13, 14. As
I
far
had
as
no
like people
idea.
that come to my stream.
Yeah.
I've helped a couple of them like get their Twitch and stuff started and like building
Yeah.
overlays. Like I actually yesterday worked on not overlays but banners and panels for one of my mods' Twitch accounts, and he's
Can you work on a banner for our YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. Just give me some ideas, dude.
I
Throw
am
in
not-
that fucking what's it called?
man. Oh yeah, cloud. Put him in the cloud.
Either the cloud or you could just text me like what your ideas are. In
I'll text you.
WhatsApp.
I'll text you ideas, and possibly if I find a photo or something that I'd like in it.
Yeah, or
You
like
should.
something that you think would be good, like modeled after.
Yeah. I could do that. I have no creativity in my mind. No, none whatsoever. My brain has been hardwired for logic thought process. So and it might not be smart, but it's what makes sense to me. That's what it is. I don't look at something and see artistic beauty. I look at something and see what it is.
Yeah.
I'm good at puzzles though, and I can color in the lines.
Well, I mean that's one thing to be proud of.
Maybe we should just do like a coloring book or something. Like,
Dude, that would be actually lit.
Pink ass coloring book. That would be great.
It's like
man.
we could just do similar to all the fucking what is it? The super bad. How they had that dick treasure chest. It's just all
Yeah.
fucking dicks in a coloring book. that you can color.
Color in. Oh my gosh, that should be. We should put that up on Patreon. Like,
Hell yeah. Anybody interested in that shit, make sure you hit us up on one of our socials at
Yeah,
P.E.E.N
no.
or
Inspire us to
P.E.E.N
do it.
Podcast or P.E.E.N on everything.
That'd be great. That'd be awesome. But we're not gonna have Patreon up for a while for you guys that want to contribute, which there's probably none of you, but we want to feel like we are giving you something worth it. And right now we just don't have the content. We don't have the ability to produce that for you, and which I'd love to. I'd love to charge all you motherfuckers for the shit right now because I'm a greedy bitch.
I would.
But I wouldn't. Yeah. $10 right now.
You wish, big boy.
Whatever. I'm just happy to be here to talk. And
Yeah. It's good to catch up, and hopefully we're
yeah.
actually entertaining and not just like having conversations. that are-
yeah, well, we are just having conversations, just that we're not that interesting, man. We work 9 to 5s, dude. We don't do
I
anything
mean,
special.
Well, I've got stories.
Oh yeah, we've got stories.
But we haven't
we should
done any
probably-
more story times. We should probably incorporate a story time. in
Yeah,
every
we
one.
should do a drunk cast one day because
Oh, my God.
okay. And another thing, like we've already discussed, is that we're not face to face. Our interaction when we're face to face is totally different. Right now,
Yeah.
I'm speaking to a computer screen. When we're face to face, we're like lively, and we act like idiots,
That's true.
bigger idiots.
That's
I
very
know,
true. And then
we're-
we'll actually have video too.
Yeah, we need to do something
I've
like
got
that. I'd like to
multiple
get video.
games, And then
That's another
also,
thing I wanted.
I've got that fucking 2i2 coming, so you'll have better mic quality soon.
Oh yes, definitely. We've got better mic setup coming up. I'm using a Blue Yeti right now, and it's total shit. The volume's turned all the way
garbage.
up, and I can barely hear people in my headphones. And if I wiggle the power cable, I can hear better, like I'm supposed to. But the quality of the mic sounds like I'm in a fucking hallway. There's an entire podcast that we're not even producing because it sounds like I'm talking through an Xbox stock mic that's 5 feet from my face.
Yeah, we'll
Terrible.
probably put it out eventually, anyways. But
yeah, maybe, but definitely, it's definitely not going to be negative 98. I think. I don't know which one is this podcast. Negative 97,
yeah,
3, 4, 96, whatever.
This is the 5th one total.
Yeah, fourth if you want to include if you want to exclude the shit one. Well, I have to piss real bad.
Yeah, I mean we're at an hour and 10 minutes. I'm gonna go
That's
get
not
lunch
bad.
here in a minute.
Here in a minute, are we gonna play some Tarkov, my guy? I want to play some Tarkov. You tell Megan.
I can show you some of that.
Tell that hoe to back off that used
Hey!
my man. Okay.
Hey!
You tell her
She'd punch you
to
right
get
in
off
the
my
dick.
ghetto booty.
She'd punch you from 3 meters away. Actually, she couldn't. She couldn't.
She got little stubby arms. Is she listening?
Like that fucking. I mean, she's probably listening to this podcast right now.
Oh. Yeah. Oh yeah. She is. I'm kidding, Megan. I'm kidding. Don't kick me in the dick, please.
Yeah, I'm excited. I've got the silicone that I used to use. I've got some of that coming in the mail on Monday. My vacuum's coming on Monday, and then the new podcast setup is coming on Monday.
That's what I'm excited for. Is the mic setup.
Yeah, I mean, I've already
Get
got
this
my
one
nose flute. You know what I'm saying, dude? Like,
Yeah. Oh man, we need to get a theme song and actually record it and play it at the beginning. I had something crazy that I was thinking of, like a little intro. It was like a jingle, sort of, about the P.E.E.N gang. I'm gonna try to remember that, write it down maybe, and kick a beat to it, and add your flute. I got Fruity Loops. We can make a beat. It'd be dope.
Dog.
Have that our intro or our outro. I don't know.
Both.
Anyway, I want to thank everybody for listening this long. If you're still here,
If you're not here, thank you anyways.
yeah, thanks anyways for the.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Yeah, thanks for nothing. We're gonna keep on doing this regardless because this is something that we both wanted to do. I was speaking about passions earlier, and I've always wanted to do broadcasts. I was just too fucked up to think about starting my own in this way.
Yeah, and then
it's never too
started
late.
talking about it.
Yeah, more and more,
Just
and here
working
we
out.
are. Thank you guys very much. Search the socials. You want to read the list for them one more time, Typo?
Yeah, so on Twitter we got @PeenCast. On YouTube it is Peen Podcast with Peen, of course, is an acronym, guys. We are not
Acronym for-
perverts. It's an acronym for people, everywhere, everything, now. And then we've got just PeenCast for our Instagram as well. So
That's
the more
what's up.
socials we get, the more this will be updated, and the more
Mhm.
you guys will know, and the more active we'll be, I'm sure. So
And
I think we have one thing, actually. I got a question from one of our listeners, and it's for Aaron. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And it is.
Do you suck dicks?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I knew it. Competitively, I'm better than you.
Gotcha.
I'll-
All right. Thank you, Jasmine, for that question.
Shut the fuck up. Thank you for that question, Jasmine.
Yeah. So Jasmine, thanks for being the only person to ask a question before the podcast has even been out. And then Crystal Light for sponsoring this podcast.
Yeah, thank you, Crystal Light.
Crystal Light is
Drink
just
it.
as hydrating as water, just tastes better.
And it's sexy. If you drink Crystal Light, swimsuit models will suck your dick.
Whoa.
Too bold?
Probably not too bold.
No,
But
I don't think so.
I just don't think it's. I just don't
You
think
just
it's
said
true.
We weren't perverts.
I just don't think it's true.
It could be
Because
for
I
somebody
drink,
more attractive.
I drink a lot of Crystal Light, dog,
Yeah.
and I'm stuck with your ass. No way.
I'm a swimsuit model.
I'm
Not
gonna
really.
go on the record and say to everyone here, big facts.
Big facts. Yeah, you heard it. You heard it here first, folks. Big facts. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, you guys have a good evening, a good rest of your week, or start to your week. 'Cause I think
Good
we
week.
released
Yeah,
on
no, it's
beginning of the week.
on Mondays. Every Monday, you get the P.E.E.N cast with Typo and the gang.
And then eventually we're gonna
Peen
start having other
gang.
people on here too. So
Yeah, eventually.
you guys have a good one. I'm gonna play you out with this simple tone.
Thank you.
I'm actually getting pretty good at this. Penis out, guys.